Hello. When you start a website, it's important to know how many people are visiting your website, how they are interacting your website, and to get as much information as possible about their interactions. To do this, we need to install certain tracking softwares on our website. Luckily, Google provides a few options for this. You may have heard about Google Analytics, Google Search Console, or Google Tag Manager, and this is what we are going to use. When we use these softwares or services, we need to place a little piece of code on our website. So for example, if we go to our homepage or any other page of our website, it doesn't really matter, and we right-click on the page and go to View Page Source, you can see that this is how our website code looks in the background. Don't worry about this if you don't understand what's going on here. It doesn't really matter. You don't really need to know this. But when we use these tracking codes, tracking softwares, a little piece of code gets placed inside this head section of our website. This is where it starts, and if we scroll down, this is where it ends. Okay, so this is part of the website that your visitors don't see. So it contains information for search engines. For example, it contains the title of the website. Actually, this is something that you can see because this is the title. So this title is displayed here in the tab bar of your browser. And you can also see some meta information. This is basically for search engines. This is where the style sheets are linked to your website. And as I said, this is where these tracking codes are placed, usually. So if you register an account with Google Analytics, it will give you a piece of code that you need to insert here. But let's say you also want to advertise on Facebook, then you need to place a code for that in your website. This is called the Facebook Pixel. You may have heard about it. Then you have to add that Facebook Pixel tracking code here as well. Then let's say you decide you want to advertise on Pinterest. Then again, you need to add a piece of code here. And then you just have a lot of code here, and it's gonna become messy really, really fast. And actually, this is where Google Tag Manager comes into the picture. With Google Tag Manager, you don't really have to do this. You just need to place one code here, actually two, that Google Tag Manager gives us, and then you add all your tracking codes and advertising pixels in your Google Tag Manager account. So you don't have to always come back to your website and edit the files and then just do everything again if you have a theme update because your files get overwritten. So you just go to your Google Tag Manager account and add your tracking codes there, and then you can manage everything in one place. Okay, so this is what we are going to do. So first things first, we need to get a Google Tag Manager account. For that, you need to have a Gmail address, and you probably already have one. If not, just register a new Gmail account, and then you will be able to log into your Google Tag Manager. So if you go to Google, just type Google Tag Manager, and this tag manager at google.com, you can log in. And this is what I'm going to do now. Okay, so I'm logged into my Google Tag Manager account. I'm going to need my website address. And here, what we need to do is here we need to create an account. Just add your company name, select your country, add your website address, and select web. So if you have a website that you want to track, you need to select the web. If you have a mobile app, iOS, Android, then select that. But most of the time, it's probably web. Select and click Create. Accept the terms and conditions, click yes. And now Google Tag Manager gives you two pieces of code. Let's copy them. This is very important. Paste this code as high in the head of the page as possible. So if we go back to our web page and view the page source, this is the head section. Okay, so we just looked at it. So we need to place this as high as possible. So maybe under the head, the opening head tag. And we have another code. Additionally, paste this code immediately after the opening body tag. The opening body tag is here. For this, we can use a plugin, but there is a problem with Google Tag Manager plugins for WordPress. Let's go back to the admin and let's try to find a plugin. Let's install one of these plugins. Let's try this one. And before I activate, let's just go to more details. And let's read this part. The first part is, so the original Tag Manager container code is divided into two parts. Okay, so we have two parts, two pieces of code. The first part is a JavaScript code snippet that is added to the head section of every page of the website. This part is critical to enable all features of GTM, and this plugin helps to place this part correctly on your site. The second part is an iframe, so this second code that we got from Google Tag Manager. So the second part is an iframe that acts as a fail-safe fallback should users' JavaScript be disabled in their browser, of course. So Google recommends for best performance to place this code snippet directly after the opening body tag on each page. Albeit not ideal, it will work when placed lower in the code. This plugin provides a code placement option for the second code snippet. So if your WordPress theme is compatible with the additions of WordPress 5.2, then this plugin will place this second code to the right place. So basically, the problem with these plugins is that the second code is not always placed at the right place where Google wants us to place it. So let's activate it and let's see if our code is placed correctly. So click activate and we search for the option, and it's under settings, Google Tag Manager, and we have to add the Google Tag Manager ID. The ID is this GTM here. Okay, and let's just save changes and let's see if this places the code correctly. So we go back to our website, let's refresh it, view page source, and now we have the Google Tag Manager code here in the head section, and let's see, and the body section is not, the second code is not placed correctly, and this is not good. It's set to off. Why is it set to off? Let's set it to on. Let's try it again. Okay, so we have this here, and we don't have it on the body section. It's placed lower. So I guess our theme is not compatible. So what this plugin offers, it offers a code snippet that we can add to our theme to make sure that this second code is displayed properly. But if we have to edit our theme, then we don't really need to use a plugin. Okay, so what I like to do is go back to the plugin and just deactivate it and remove it. and go back to Appearance Themes. And this is our active theme. We go to Theme File Editor. And here we search for the theme header file. And now here we can edit this file. So we can just grab this code, and remember the first code should be placed as high as possible in the head section. So we just come here and paste this code here. And the second code should be placed right below the opening body section, which is here. And click Update File. So the file has been edited. Let's go back to the front end, refresh the site, and view page source. And now here we have the first code, and here we have the second code. And now this code is placed correctly. Unfortunately, we can't do this with plugins correctly. The best way to do this is like this manually, but I think it's worth the effort, because with Google Tag Manager, it's much easier to handle all your tracking codes. Okay, so again, you go to Themes, you go to Theme File Editor, you select the header.php file, the theme header file, and under the head tag, you add the first code. Under the body tag, you add the second code. The only disadvantage of this approach is that if you update your theme, you will need to do this again, because the theme files will be overwritten, but you don't need to do this very frequently. So now the Tag Manager is installed on our website. We can go ahead and install Google Analytics. To add Google Analytics, we need to go to the Google Analytics website, and we need to create a new account. You need to log in, obviously, with the same Gmail account that you used to create your Google Tag Manager. Okay, I see this page again because I already have this account. But once you have your account, you need to go to Admin, and you need to create a new property. So click Create Property. And again, I'm going to need my website URL. For the name, we can add anything. Website building. Here you obviously need to choose whatever applies to you. Click Next. Select your industry. Select whatever applies here to you again. Click Create. Here, select Web. Here we need to provide our website URL, then our website name, and we can leave everything with the default settings, and click Create Stream. And we have this warning that data collection isn't active for your website. If you installed tags more than 48 hours ago, make sure they are set up correctly. Okay, so let's just leave this page like this, and let's go back to our Google Tag Manager, because now that we have the Google Tag Manager installed on our website, we can install Google Analytics through Google Tag Manager. So to do this, we need to log into our Google Tag Manager again. Make sure that you have the right account selected, because you can have more than one account in your Google Tag Manager. Okay, so if you are at the right account, we need to create a new tag. We can do this by clicking here. So first, let's add a name for this tag. Google Analytics base tag. You can name it any way you want. Then here at the tag configuration section, click. Here we have predefined tags that we can choose from. And obviously Google has a lot of tags. We need to create the Google Analytics GA4 configuration tag. Okay, don't use this Universal Analytics. This is the old version of Google Analytics, and Google is not going to support it very long, so go with the Google Analytics 4. So here, the Tag Manager asks us for a measurement ID. And if we go back to Analytics, here you can see the measurement ID. So click copy and paste it here. And we don't really need to do anything else here, but we need to click here the triggering section. And this is where we tell Google Tag Manager where to trigger this code. We want to trigger this code on all pages. Select this one, click Save. We are not ready yet because we need to submit these changes. So click Submit. You can write anything here. I just write V1 and added GA4. It really doesn't matter. And just click Publish. And now Google Analytics is installed on our website. Okay, let's go back here. Maybe it will take some time until the data starts coming in and Google Analytics will detect our website. Let's just refresh it. Okay, it still displays this, but it doesn't really matter. Our Google Analytics data stream has been created and Google Analytics has been installed on our website. And actually we can check this. Okay, if we come back here and we click Preview and we add our website URL here, and click Connect. Okay, we can click Finish. And if we click Continue, we can see that the GA base tag was fired one time. Okay, so it checked our website and it detected that this tag has been activated. Okay, so our Google Tag Manager integration is working, and also our Google Analytics is now collecting data from our website. So if you go back to your Google Analytics page, so here we are at the right account, and now we can see that one user visited the website in the last 30 minutes, and actually this was just us when we tested the Google Tag Manager connection. Okay, so it's working. So now the next step is to connect our website with the Google Search Console. So what is the Google Search Console? It's again a very important tool to use. It's a free service, so you don't have to pay anything. It helps you monitor, maintain, and troubleshoot your site's presence in the Google search results. You can use the Search Console to find out how Google views your website and to make sure that Google can access your content. Okay, so you can get very, very important information about your website from this tool. It also lets you submit your site to Google for indexing and track your site's search traffic. So it's a very important tool to use. It's a little bit different than Google Analytics in the sense that you don't really need Google Tag Manager to install this. So let's just search for Google Search Console. But before we go to the Google Search Console, let's just go back to our website and go to plugins. And earlier we installed the plugin Rank Math SEO. If you haven't installed it, just install it and click Activate. Let's go to Google, search for Google Search Console, and the first result, click on it. Again, with the same Gmail address, log into the Search Console. And here we need to add our website details. There are two ways to install this. I usually select this one because this allows multiple verification methods. Obviously, you have to verify the website that you are the owner of the actual website. Otherwise, anyone would be able to mess around with this. So let's just paste our URL here, click Continue. And actually, we don't really need to verify anything because Google Tag Manager verified it for us. So the Search Console detected that we have Google Tag Manager installed on our website, and we already added Google Analytics as well. So our ownership has been verified automatically. Okay, so let's go to property. Okay, we can click start. Okay, got it. And right now everything's empty here, but when traffic comes into your website, you will see a lot of information here. And let's just see how we can connect this with the plugin. Okay, so let's connect this with the Search Console and Analytics as well. So if you go to the Analytics tab, click Connect your Rank Math account. And here you can see the benefits of connecting the Rank Math account. So click Connect, click OK, Activate now. So check these boxes and click Continue. Okay, so now it's connected, but you need to enable these options. So here from the Select Property drop down, select the property. This is, for us, this is website building. We don't need to install analytics code, so don't enable this option. Okay, so here it also says enable this option only if you are not using any other plugin theme to install Google Analytics code. Okay, so we don't need to enable this option because we already have Google Analytics installed through our Google Tag Manager code. Okay, we don't use Google AdSense, and we would need to have a pro version of the plugin to have this option anyway. Okay, and we can just click Save Changes. And if we go to our dashboard, now we have this Rank Math Analytics snippet here, and we will be able to see the impressions, clicks, keywords, average position. So some really important information about our website. And if you go to Rank Math Analytics, here you can see a lot more information about your website. Another important thing, if you go to sitemap settings, here you can see this URL. If you go back to the Search Console website, and here we are in our property, and we go to sitemaps, here we can submit sitemaps to our website. So sitemaps will help Google to better understand our website, to index our pages more quickly. So it's worth to submit these sitemaps to Google. So if you go back here and you just click on this, this is how these sitemaps look like. So we have 3 sitemaps, one for our blog post, one for our pages, and one for our blog post categories. We can submit all 3 of them. So we just need to copy the last part of the URL and go back to Search Console, paste it here, click Submit. Don't worry about the status, it will be okay. Let's go back. This is the page sitemap. And category sitemap. Okay, and you can see the status has been updated for all 3 of them. And now anytime we will create a new post or edit a post, these will be in our sitemap and Google will be able to see them. Okay, so here you will be able to see the performance of your pages. Obviously, we don't see anything here right now. So it needs a few days at least to start updating these pages here. So everything is empty right now. But if you come back a few days later, then you will see some updates here. Okay, this is it. This is how you can add Google Tag Manager, Google Analytics, and Google Search Console to your website. This is a one-time thing, so you don't have to do this all the time, but at the beginning, it's worth going through this because then you will have very, very important data available for you. You may also want to add your site to the Microsoft Webmaster Tools, so then you will have information from the Bing search engine The process is basically the same, but these are the most important services that you need to add to your website. And now we are ready to create our actual website.